Hi, if you're watching this, it's because you were not at school on either Monday or Tuesday and missed the first part of our lesson. So this is going to count for your discussion points. I want you to watch this and then you're going to write down the 2 points that I talk about in this video. The first thing, whenever we're filling out those documents, you should have filled out both those documents by watching both videos. I need to see that you have them both filled out, every single blank. If you have any questions about that, please ask me, but that's going to be worth 10 points. The second thing we talked about in our discussion is how do the different government structures affect the build-up to World War II. So you have one portion, which is the Axis powers. The Axis powers are going to be Germany, Japan. Those are the two that we have on the notes. Italy is also involved, but we looked at Germany and Japan specifically. Japan, at the top of their group, has lots of military leadership. If you look at that, what do military leaders want to do? Think about it.
I'm thinking.
It's not happening with him.
Military leaders want to fight. Okay? Their first response, they've been trained to fight. Their first response is going to be war. It's the same with Adolf Hitler. Okay? He has military background from World War I. He currently instructs the military the whole time he is the leader of Germany. So, what do politicians in the Allied governments, what do they want to do? Well, they're politicians, okay? It's not the most popular thing in the world to go to war. If you have lots and lots of people dying in one of these democratic governments, what's going to happen is those people are going to be voted out. They're trying very hard in those countries not to have a repeat of World War I or World War II again. So what happens is they're going to do different things that we're going to talk about in our next lesson. But whenever they try to do those things, their first response from Japan and Germany is going to be military action. This military action is what's going to lead us into World War II. It's also important to understand, okay? America is a representative democracy. We have a constitution that's at the base of our government, okay? This constitution has certain rules and certain structures that we're supposed to follow. Not only the people, but also the government. It's the same for Britain. So even though you may be president of the United States, you cannot do whatever you want. There are certain rules you must abide for. Whereas Germany, Adolf Hitler killed millions of his own people because there were not a set of rules that he had to follow. Japan would do terrible things to certain people inside of their own country because they did not have a set of rules to follow. So, what you need to make sure, you're going to write a small paragraph summarizing this video. This will go in place of your discussion that we had in class on Monday and Tuesday. I need to see it. It needs to summarize the idea of one, the fact that the military leadership was so high up in the government that that was their first response. Like that's what they're going to do first. They don't want to talk it out. They don't want to do something like that. They want to go to war. That's what they've been trained for. The second thing, you need to make sure that you talk about the fact that the Allied powers had constitutions. They had certain things that the government had to follow, and if they didn't follow those things, something was going to happen. There was going to be change. Whereas the Axis powers, they didn't have that. Okay? And that's going to be two of the major differences between the two governments that's going to lead to World War II. If you have any questions, please let me know, and we will talk it out and get everything figured out. Have a great day.